where will Siege be in 3 years? I ask myself this question a lot when playing, and I think I figured out the answer. I think Siege will probably be dead in 3 or so years, or thriving. There probably won't be any in between. I'm saying this because of the last couple of updates, as well as the last couple of years in general. They continue to put band-aids on bullet wounds with their buffs of Thorn and Frost, both getting the 1.5. This argument can also be countered with Frost's ability getting nerfed, which is a good thing, as well as Finka now being a great counter to Frost. This form of buffing operators with low pick rates will lead to a circle of operators getting the 1.5 or 2.0, just to get them picked more. But if you can't blame Ubisoft for what they're doing. A major factor is the community and meta. In-game metas will always change and evolve, but right now, it's all about TDM style of playing. Bum rushing Sai on attack, and picking 1.5 ops on defense. In my personal opinion, they should start to buff operators' gadget and utility rather than the gun. The gun does not matter if the op has great gadget and utility. In my opinion, it's 10 times better than the gun. There are some instances where a buff to the weapon or sights might help an operator. An example is Blackbeard. I believe that people will pick him as an op with a buff to his gun or just a new weapon in general. This argument can be countered with this buffing the shit out of his gadget and utility. Overall, if Ubisoft continues to update an operator gun rather than the util or gadget, this will more than likely end in a loop of pointless gun buffs. Let's move on to what Ubisoft might do as a franchise with Siege. I know multiple people who would be excited to play a campaign story game based off the books and Siege itself. This may help to boost the fanbase of Siege related games due to having new and a lot of content to play. Another idea I've heard is to add characters from the Tom Clancy's books into the game. I don't know how they would be able to do this, but nonetheless, it would be quite cool to see. I would say to make the story game like the New Vegas games, and how you can control a group of soldiers into different forms of combat ranging from stealth missions to full on guns blazing. But in the end, these are a couple of things I would like Ubisoft to do with the Rainbow Six franchise.